Senator Marsha Blackburn from Senate Judiciary. It's good to see you again, Senator. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming on. Your reaction to that report, because California's green energy is not performing well.
It is not performing well, and what we know is it's almost laughable if you say, okay, we are going to have everybody move to electric vehicles. You can't drive a gas vehicle, you can't purchase a gas vehicle, but at the same time, they have this energy crisis on their hands, and they're trying to get people to alter their lifestyle. Don't water the lawn, don't fill the swimming pool, don't take a shower, don't cook your food, don't do your laundry. Because of what? They don't have enough electricity. So it shows you what these green energy policies actually do. Yeah. This is not what the American people want.
And Senator, we'd like your reaction to this sound from the Energy Secretary, Jennifer Granholm, claiming California is a model for the rest of the nation on green energy. You're also going to hear climate czar John Kerry again claim we should use fuel shortages to push green energy. Watch this.
California is in the lead, can show the rest of the nation how it is done. The grid's got to be ready. We have to basically double the size of the nation's electric grid with clean energy.
What is the best stopgap measure, you think? Because we know that the U.S. has suggested exporting fossil fuels to fill that gap in Europe. Is that not a contradiction to what you're pursuing, which is clean energy?
That was the remedy before Ukraine took place. And it's the remedy still even more so accentuated by what is happening in this starvation on fuel.
You hear that? Starvation on fuel. That's John Kerry saying we need to do starvation on U.S. oil and gas. Your word on that?
They declared war on oil and gas on day one of the Biden administration, said they were going to end it. And now you see what they are doing. This is causing hardship, the price at the pump, the price of diesel. Farmers can't plant. You can't move food to the stores because of this cost. Now, here's the other thing. All of this electricity, you've got to have a source of generation on it, and a lot of that is done through natural gas. It's affordable. It is something that people have access to. You also have to look at the fact that you can't build out this grid right now because our electric power distributors cannot get enough transformers, and your electric power generators cannot get the supplies they need to expand their grid.
Yeah, they can't store it.
They don't. Yeah, they can't even repair the grid right now.
And you know, the thing is, California's economy is fifth in the world. It's bigger than India and France, and it can't keep the lights on. It has Silicon Valley, but now they're ordering possible rotating power blackouts. They've had to ration power because of the way they recklessly enacted green energy policies. And now we're hearing 17 states may follow California's ban on gas cars. But Senator, you've talked about this. Those who tell us to worry about climate change or rising sea levels, they fly private jets like John Kerry or Nancy Pelosi or Bernie Sanders. They have oceanfront beach homes like Biden or Obama. They told everyone to stay home during lockdowns when they went out partying like Governor Newsom did. And now Europe, you know, California is like Europe. It's on the brink. Protests are rising in Europe over its energy crisis because it went green as Russia shuts down the Nord Stream 1 pipeline due to sanctions over the war in Ukraine. That's happening, and that's how California is in lockstep with Europe right now.
Right. Yes, they are, and it is going to get worse. Think about what is going to happen during the winter in Europe. When people cannot heat their homes, how are they going to stay warm? Where are they going to go? How are people going to get to and from work? This utopia of green energy that they are going for really leads the American people into austerity like we have never seen.
And let's stay on that because
you know,
they're talking austerity in Europe. You're going to hear the president of the European Commission talk about the need to, quote, flatten the curve to conserve energy. Remember, we heard that during the pandemic shutdowns. Watch this.
This is what is expensive, because in these peak demands, the expensive gas comes into the market. So what we have to do is flatten the curve and avoid the peak demands. We will propose a mandatory target for reducing electricity use at peak hours, and we will work very closely with the member states to achieve this.
California is now flattening the curve. California is flattening the curve on energy. California has said flatten the curve in the pandemic with 15-day shutdowns that stretch into a year. And now Democrats on House Oversight plan to restart hearings this month to go after U.S. oil and gas. The president has cut drilling on federal lands to an all-time low. It's the lowest since Nixon.
Yes, it is the lowest. He has only leased out 126,000 acres since he took office. This is ridiculous because you have to have oil and gas and the derivatives from oil and gas into your supply chain. They have crippled supply chains. They have run up the cost of the price at the pump. The American people do not want this kind of lifestyle. We are an energy-based economy.
Senator Blackburn, thanks for joining us tonight.
Good to be with you. Thank you.